Here's how you can start charging $14,000 a month for a community offer like our client Xavier did. Okay, so he partnered with a creator doing with 600k followers and made $14,000 in the deal. For proof, there is a screenshot right here, $14,000 in Stripe, and you can see here I've blurred it out, but there is the secret winning offer. I'm going to show you at the end of the video. I'm going to break it down first, but you can see here, post on social media, fitness influencer collab. And yeah, 50% rev share, everything like that. But I want to break down today exactly how this works, how this offer runs, how you can go and implement this for yourself, and you know what it consists of. So before we jump into the actual offer and how the sort of breakdown works, let me run over how the secret killer offer formula works. And it's really not that difficult. Okay, so firstly, for your client that you're running the community offer for, it's a breakdown of attention, conversion, delivery, and management. Okay, solve every constraint in their business. That is every constraint: getting more attention, converting that attention, delivering the service, and then managing the whole system so they don't have to do anything. Because if we look at the client's desire, so you can see here, client handles no fulfillment, just continues to post on social media. And you can see here, the reason they paid $14,000 for it is because all they have to do is service deliver. So pretty much do nothing, post content, and then sit on a beach. You know, that's the client's desire. And once that's facilitated, as you can see here, they're going to hand over their credit card, because why wouldn't they? You know, you're going to be able to make them a bunch of cash while running the secret killer offer formula and print them a bunch of money. So our role to facilitate this, you know, goal of the client and, you know, facilitate the secret winning offer is this. So firstly, what we have is client repositioning and offer built out. So this is stage one, the baseline foundation. You can't build a house if you have an unstable foundation. So this is what this consists of. So firstly, baseline optimization. So this accounts for the actual account or social media that they're going to be using to drive traffic onto the offer. And then the offer. What does the offer actually consist of, right? You need to make sure it's clear and understandable between you and the client. What are they going to push? Is it going to be weekly calls inside of the community? Is it just going to be a program? Is it going to be what's the main driving factor? What's the main selling point? Is it you get one-on-one access? Is it you have weekly calls? Is it just the community? Is it just a program? What is it that, you know, is actually the optimization and the reason they're buying into the offer? Now, next, what we have is conversion platform killer. So obviously the community that you build out for them and that they have access to, whether this is in school or I know there's a bunch of other softwares now, such as like Go High Level, trying to implement this. I'd probably recommend School. It's, you know, the most well-known, and especially I was just making a video a second ago talking about how Alex Hormozi investing into School and running ads to School is pretty much him running ads for us. So like we can monetize the creators hopping on there because, you know, it's literally that simple. Okay. And then a targeted offer to niche. So whoever we're working with, our client. So you can see, for example, here, the fitness influencer that our client was working with as a client, you know, what can we do for that type of client? A fitness, okay, so can we do fitness program modules, maybe a one-on-one personalized game plan built out, maybe a community with results and, you know, a community chat on how to do X, Y, and Z, a dieting plan, you know, whatever it is, what can we do? Maybe it's a once a month call that is an update call with the client or whoever it is, right? What can we actually do to make sure that is an actual good offer towards the niche that we're targeting? Okay, so people want to buy into it. You know, it's optimized. It's a great place to, you know, be with the community and then build it out. So obviously have the info community that, you know, is there anyway. And then obviously the info product built out as well. So is it course modules that you have to build? Is it, you know, obviously you wouldn't be building this yourself, but the client builds this. So this is more, you know, a built out stage for your client to go through. You just need to take and sort of hold their hand to get them through this point. Okay, but enough of, you know, the client reposition offer built out boring stuff. Let's go into the actual real stuff that we want to, you know, dig into. So firstly, what we have is traffic and attention. The first part of the secret winning formula that we went over, attention. How can we get more people and more eyeballs onto this offer here to obviously just make more money in general? Firstly, what we have is a growth content plan with viral content and targeted content. So making sure that our content is gaining the views and the traffic needed. So you can see here, myself and Luke, we obviously have our own sort of, you know, offers and stuff that we run. We one day said, oh, do you want to go viral? Yep, cool. So we went viral. We literally came up with a plan. We went to this podcast studio, 1 million views, nearly 700k, another 100k views. So, you know, in total, you're cracking over 1 million views, 1.5 mil there. And that's just with them videos. Add on the others, we're crossing like 2 million views with viral content and also then targeted content. So the people that watch this are not all going to be qualified to be buyers from us, obviously. But we then have content talking about actual processes that we use, talking about our agency, talking about what we do that will qualify the audience. So let's say we get 1 million views and only a couple thousand follow us. That's completely fine. We've gone and we've thrown like a hook and like a bait out to try and get an audience. We've now brought them back. We've obviously educated, nurtured them, and showed them exactly what our offer actually does. Okay, so making sure you actually know how to go viral and what to do is key to help your client get more views and to obviously go viral themselves. Now, whether this is you make their content for them, whether this you help them script it out, whatever it is, making sure that we have the growth content plan baseline as our offer, great. Then what we have on what we can do, and this is sort of like a interchangeable one if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. We personally do a trackable ad rate. You can see here one of our clients spent $150 and got $12,000 out. If you know ads and you know how to do it, and that's what we personally teach our clients, it's like you can get these amazing results. So like you could say to your client, look, we put in $1,000, for example. If they put in $1,000 and you're on like a 40% rev share because they're putting the ads in and they start printing, they put in $150, get 12 grand, you get like 5 grand. From literally doing nothing but helping them set up the ads and start running it, and then obviously converting that into the actual community that they're running. And then what we also have is mass DM automation. Now, this is what our clients do personally, and then they implement it for their clients as well, because attention doesn't just have to be with content. This is what I always go on about. It doesn't just have to be a massive Mr. Beast personal brand. You can also do this for creators that don't really want a massive personal brand. We have a system in place that sends over 1,000 DMs a day. We, like I said, we implement this for our clients, and you can see here fitness coaches. So this client here can start running with the fitness influencer, implement this into their business, start doing 1,000 outreach a day. That's 30,000 DMs a day, 30,000 DMs a month, sorry. And then you're obviously reaching, not similar amount of people, but they're more targeted. So it'd probably be, in the same sort of range as you would have anyway. And then ad outreach style, which is making sure that when we outreach, it's sort of like an ad style that just brings them back to the actual video. Okay. Then after we have that attention, we've driven millions of views, we've sent thousands of outreach, our ads have reached thousands of people and generated us thousands of dollars. It's now time to actually convert that audience. Okay, so let's look at how this works. Firstly, we have growth specialists on conversion platforms, then data tracking. So we obviously, like I said, for our clients, we have data tracking sheets. They fill out this, and their growth specialists that we implement into their business fill out this here. It will then start tracking the percents, and they can start saying, okay, this outreach message has a 20% conversion, this has a 22%. Let me run with the 22% and change the follow-up because that has a 2% extra conversion, X, Y, and Z. And you can really start seeing the data, because without that, not only are you going to go broke, your clients are going to go broke if you don't know what's working, and if you don't know what's going well and you don't know what's working, you're obviously going to go broke because you don't know if to change or if to stay the same. It's impossible to figure out. Then what we have is just the ad spend. Again, a bit like this one here, it tracks how much you spend, how many calls booked, and how much revenue is actually generated off the back of it. So, let's say you're driving traffic towards Instagram, you'd put the growth specialist on there, convert them, look at the outreach message and start converting them. Whether you're driving them to a free community beforehand, you could have a setter and a growth specialist inside the free community, start sending outreach, convert them, and then obviously book them in on a call. Then we have retargeting ads. So we can either have a conversion mechanism, which can, straight away converts them through the use of retargeting ads, or we can have an opt-in conversion, which allows them to opt into a free training or allows them to opt into something, which also ties in with email and triage. So once they opt in, we now have the email and the SMS. So we can have an SMS and triage caller, so they can, text them and call them up with triage callers, or email, so we can build out a full 20 sequence email sequence. And then obviously we can start email marketing and do that maybe as a back-end MRR offer or whatever we actually want to do. So we've got the attention, we've got the conversion. And now what I will have to say is up to you, and I will, reveal the offer later. But it's up to you how you want to structure this. You could say, look, for content, I'm going to do 30 shorts a month. I'm not going to do the DMs. I'm going to do 30 shorts a month, and I'm going to run ads. Cool. We're going to do short form and ads. Perfect. And then we're going to implement a growth specialist. We're not going to do retargeting ads, but we're going to do this. Perfect. Okay. So it's about shifting and changing the offer to how it works. But this is the main premise of how it works. And you just have to, alter it to your liking and your wanting. Okay. Then finally, once this system's in place, we've got the attention, attention, we convert them into the community, and now we make money and they make money. It's now time to obviously manage the whole system, the growth management system. So we have firstly the community. So obviously with this, we have to service deliver. So making sure that either our client is putting up program modules or hopping on the weekly calls or whatever they were meant to do, but also checking up on making sure the clients are fine, making sure everything's running smoothly and the school community hasn't broken, and it's consistently updating with maybe new channels, maybe new modules, whatever it is, making sure that it's consistently developing and or just managed at a baseline level. Then what we have is team, so the management infrastructure and obviously training them for elite. So making sure that not only are they managed themselves, and you can either do this by hiring more growth specialists to have a baseline. Like you can have, let's say for example, you have 5 communities you're managing with 5 setters. If you promote one into a growth specialist, so you have now 5, the growth specialist still does their job. But what they do is they do the weekly calls with the team. They do the daily reports. They pretty much take over your role. So you only have to communicate to one person instead of 5 people. And, you can continuously scale it from there with ease. Then also helping, train them, whether that's through training them yourself, getting people outside of your company to train them, whatever it is, but making sure that they're continuously improving. Otherwise, they're just going to stay static and we're never going to be able to continuously increase our revenue and grow. Then what we have is growth specialist management, like I said, done for you, so you don't have to worry about it and it's automated. And then obviously 0 input from client unless it is the delivery, such as maybe a weekly call or a monthly call or whatever it is from the actual client. What do they have to do to keep it up? But then you obviously have your 2 roles. They service deliver and you run the whole management infrastructure, because like I was speaking about, in the video I just made, it's like, they don't understand how to do this. Alex Hormozi is running and pushing this offer, which means people are jumping onto it and wanting to do it, which is amazing, right? You couldn't ask for anything better. But the only issue with this is now they don't know how to get attention, convert the attention, and run an actual agency, which is what we know how to do and why we can help them, right? So that's how you secure the $14,000 deal. And now for the offer, the Fitness Influencer Club, they had 60,000 followers. So they were talking about 50% rev share, 84K MRR, going from there and obviously working out the runs. So he runs the appointments in the Facebook group. So existing group of already 10K. New users get access to app and community. So he manages it and he converts. So he's got the conversion mechanism. I assume here he doesn't actually have, so obviously social media, but it's not always they don't edit it, so you don't have to do every part of the offer, but you can if you want to. So create separate IG handle to DM request per program, DM outreach, so he's going to do DMs, so he's going to run this system here, so the attention is the DM system, and then he's going to do the conversion mechanism through, again, more setting, which is great. Implementation and tech support, email collection and email campaigns to website visitors. So that is, again, more conversion on the email sequence side. And then going from there, fitness coaching calls to community. So that is by client and special guests. So that's their service delivery that from the actual client to their clients. And then obviously some challenges, and then obviously all they have to do is continue to post on social and collect their money. And that's how Xavier's signed $14,000 deals and also is looking at $84,000 in MRR with a 50% rev share of all participants in a new fitness program. So a very, very cool offer for one of our clients that he's partnered up with, and a very cool sort of structure and offer. And it shows how lucrative the community offer can actually be if you leverage it correctly and you leverage it right. So if you are, new to the community offer and you want to start doing it yourself, I recommend you drop me a sub here on YouTube and go through all my content. There is also a Discord down below, completely free, no strings attached, that I would recommend you joining because it may help you a lot. But apart from that, if you are an agency or coach and want to sign deals like Xavier for $14,000 and start scaling from there, we do have an agency service for agencies and coaches, scaling them to 50 to 30K a month. If you're interested in that, then there is a link down below to book a call with us, and I'll run you through the whole system and see if it is a right fit for you. But if not, no worries. Apart from that, I'll speak to you guys very, very soon, and peace.